Hello there, this is Cindy at cindybdesigns.com. Those are my sample cards with the birthday cheer stamp set, and this is what we'll be making today. Got some Stamparatus hacks and some light, simple coloring. There's the inside of the card. The two colors on the left are Fresh Fig and Blushing Bride. That card was, I want to say, Petal Pink and Flirty Flamingo. There's the stamp set. There's that cupcake die. I just put adhesive back paper on that. There's our stitched rectangle frames. There's 8 of them. And when you line them up in a certain way and cut them all out, you get those two. And I did that on 2 different colored pieces of paper. When you line these dies up, you want to use a piece of grid paper and get the left and the top lined up on the lines. And then you take the other dies and then line them up in the middle all the way through to the smallest one. Get a piece of some kind of tape, lay it along the back, and then pop it on your Big Shot and run it through. And you're going to get that. And those frames were 1, 3, 5, and 7. With the other one, you want to do 1, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So I've already gone ahead and stamped, and I know this is moving fast, and stamped our image. And we're just going to do some super light blending here. And what I do when I start out, I have a tendency to use the side tip of my marker. And I use the dark color first, and then I'll blend it out with a lighter marker, either going in super short strokes, depending on the length of the image, or little circular images, and pull out the color that way. I know that when I go in with a dark color, I use less ink. This is a consumable and expendable product, and the price point is very low, but still I like to, use my products wisely, not use up all that ink, and that's just how I do it. I let my black ink dry because it can smear. Use your heat tool on a low setting if you're in a rush or whatever. But you'll see me with the marker up and down there. And those little small spaces, that depends on the movement that I use it. It's all in the hand and how light you use your marker. I never go to the edge of the image because alcohol markers, they spread. That's just what they do. And it automatically fills in for me. And again, I'm just doing the dark spots, and I'm going to go in and blend it out. One of them, it was that top bow that you see there on the edges. I blended it out a little bit too much. You can always go back in with a darker marker and touch it up a bit. And that's how I just do that really super simple coloring. And you can see me pull the color out there. And as I go towards the middle, I pull up as far as how far my marker actually touches the paper. If you play badminton or tennis or anything like that, even golf, pool, it's all in the wrist. How you move it, how hard you go down on it, on taking the ink to the cardstock. It's all in the wrist. It's difficult to articulate that, if that makes any kind of sense. So now I'm pulling back in my paper frames that I cut out, and with these frames, with the petal pink and the white, the petal pink, I used the third one down from the larger, so I'm going to call it number 5. And for the image panel, I used number 3. With those soft suede frames I cut out, the first one is number 1, so I know that I want to use, and then the second one is number 2. And my mat is the 5th one up from the smallest, number 3 from the largest one in. So I have 1 and 2 on top, and I inlaid number 3. And that's how you get those perfect mats centered from left to right, top to bottom. And I used liquid glue. It looks like I put a ton on, but they were super thin strips because if you put too much on, your card's going to get hard and stiff and crack, and it's just not good. So that frame was number 4 of the soft suede I put over it. I decided to go ahead and put my image panel, which is frame number 5, on Stampin' Dimensionals. Those are on the back. Put them down real well, and I take my thumbnail and just crease the middle a little bit, and the backings just pop right off. And now I'm going to center that frame or inlay it inside, pull the frame off, and it's that simple. I use that all the time, and you can see how perfectly it's lined up all the way around. I didn't put anything on those background images. Use your imagination. There's a ton of stamps, background stamps, DSP that you can use. I mean, anything. So that is our pool party and petal pink card. Prize winners of Abstract Impressions: Denise, I was out of town. And then for Serene Garden, Nick's Crafty Corner, send me an email. Here are our new in colors. That I'm going to go from left to right. On the left, that was Purple Posy. Okay, let's start over. That's Seaside Spray on top. That is where the cardstock is embossed with clear powder, ink stamped onto the paper, and then far right is on the in color cardstock with white embossing powder. And I'll have all these in the description because I'm going too fast. That was Pretty Peacock, and that is Terracotta Tile. That's from the new Sailing Away, Come Sail Away Suite. And there's another card I made with coordinating DSP. Those are the dies, and that is a stamp set that's coming out in June, and you'll be seeing that some more. So I would like to thank you today for joining me, and I know I went through this really fast. If you want to see me slow it down, leave a message, and speaking of which, leave one today for the Love What You Do stamp set. I'll have it up next Saturday. There's our cards for today. Thank you for stopping by to visit me, and enjoy your weekend.